And you can see this is my new office, ladies and gentlemen. Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where I'm looking forward to what is going to be a really exciting day. I have been waiting to share this news for quite a while. A lot of you may be aware that I was a racing driver before YouTube life, and sponsors pulled out at the last minute after I'd done basically a lot of racing around the world, including Le Mans. And today is one of those days which is going to be exciting because I am going to be back racing professionally. And in today's video you're going to see the championship which I'm competing in 2020. This is an announcement for that championship, so we've made it possible. So I am going to be back racing in 2020, and we're going to see the car which I'm going to be racing, the championship, potentially maybe meet the team. Be back racing in 2020 is an honour, and something which I am totally buzzing for, to be honest with you. In my last video with the SVR announcing that is no longer going to be staying in my garage, obviously a lot of you guys wanted the racing content as well as supercars, etc., and the SVR necessarily wasn't on your radar. Another reason for that car going, because I know a lot of people have been talking about that, is I've had to put some personal money as well into my racing. So financially it makes sense. I want to win races again, and today you're going to see the championship which I'm doing. So we'll take you behind the scenes today at the Autosport show. I'm going to be racing in the Porsche Championship this year, UK based, UK tracks, which is mega. It's going to be good, and I have a championship to win. Okay, and we have now arrived inside here at the Autosport show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I am racing this year. It is very exciting. So this year, behind me, you can see it gives you a little bit of a clue, but I have committed to racing in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Sprint Series. So I'm going to be racing in the Porsche Series in a GT4 Club Sport, which is really exciting because I drove the car on the test day and it was amazing, went really well. So that is the car which I'm going to be racing this year. Loads of stuff's going to be obviously getting confirmed, like the team I'm going to go with and the livery. All of that is to be confirmed, but today here I'm going to be meeting with different people, seeing the car, and just explaining that is the championship which I am going to be doing. And the actual car is here, so you're going to see it up close, but what is even better is that I am making my racing return next year, and it's all about to kick off. So here is the actual car which I'm going to be racing this year, and the announcement which we're just doing today at the Autosport show. So this is mega, that this is going to be the car which I'm going to be racing, and it's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's be honest. The GT4 Club Sport is a seriously good looking car, and I will explain my reasons why I've gone for this car to race this year, but to sign with Porsche, so to speak, is a massive honour for me, and I just can't wait to bring content racing as well. So as you see it now, this is kind of like the base livery on how these cars come, but it will obviously have my sponsors, my livery, everything, which I want my subscribers to get involved with, and we're all going to design the car together. So you guys at home are all going to be fully involved with this. But how cool does it look? GT4, as you can see there, but it is a mega bit of kit, and I think, well, we're going for a championship win. We're not here to mess about, let's be honest, but look at this. Look how cool it looks. I think they look mega, with your really cool rear wing, which you have just there, and the diffuser, which is just down there. They are good little race cars, and racing around the UK, it's going to be a UK based championship, but yeah, it's the way it looks as well is mega. It is a wicked bit of kit, and I just cannot wait just to get started and race it. Basically, it's just going to be so sick. And you can see this is my new office, ladies and gentlemen, which I am going to be racing this year. But like I say, this is crazy. It's been a lot of hard work which has gone into it. We've been working behind the scenes flat out. So when I was saying to you guys on my last video, I was like, there's an announcement coming. We're going to live stream the races on YouTube, so the races will be live, so you guys at home can view that. There's going to be other stuff which we're going to be doing with the subscribers as well, in terms of competitions to come and watch, in terms of coming down and sort of getting a chance to do that, and just other, you know, giving away tickets. You guys can design my car, you guys can design my helmet, you guys can design my race suits. It's crazy, and we're going to get really cool sponsors on board as well, so it's, the livery is going to be mental. That is one thing which is for sure. The sponsors are not fully confirmed yet. If you're interested, I'll leave the details down below for that. So inside the Porsche Cayman GT4, I'm going to give you a little tour on what the different buttons do in here, because I think that's one thing which a lot of you will want to know, and I have driven this car before. Right, what we have here is a paddle shift box, so down the gears there, up the gears there, so that is one thing straight away. You have your radio button, different things which are cancel alarms and all sorts. What you have in your top right corner is your pit speed limiter, which is just there, so when you come into the pits you just press it once and the lights will sort of light up there, and that will mean that the pit limiter is now engaged. Drink, if you have a drink connected, these races are going to be half an hour long. I will explain in a minute. And then different things to do with like I say, traction control and all sorts. What is a little bit different about this Cayman GT4 is that it is very road based as well, and you have a sort of normal gear stick, and then you put it into sort of manual mode, and then the paddles come on, and you even have a key for the car as well. That is one thing which you do have, so that is actually a little bit different. So it is a very road-based going race car, but it is it's a pretty cool bit of kit which is totally stripped out. You only have two pedals, so to pull away you basically just get on the throttle and you just pull away just like that. In the race, I think I'm going to be left foot braking. I was talking about this with someone else, but I do think left foot braking makes the most sense. So when you've got your race boots on, it will be a lot easier than that is. You can right foot brake and save a little bit of fuel, but I'm going to left foot brake. The races in this championship are, I think they're like 40 minutes long, so enough for you guys to be able to watch it. I think they might be a little bit less than that, but not too long as well, and that's one thing which I really wanted to do for my followers, is not the races be too long, and so you can watch it, like I say, live. We want to rig the car up live on YouTube so you can all watch the races live, and obviously the highlights after that. Right, I'm going to bring in a man, Dino Zamparelli. Hello, Dino. Hello. We're back on racing.
Back in a Cayman.
No, back racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do, Dino's going to show us a little bit about, tell us how many rounds this championship is, am I going to win it? We're going to walk around the car so you guys can know all the little details that they might not know. They might not know some details.
I'm sure you'll tell them.
Will I win the championship maybe? Will I be at the front?
I think Archie's going to be at the front, hopefully winning races, hopefully with podiums. I definitely think podiums. You've done Le Mans, mate.
They know that. Everyone knows that.
He's done Le Mans.
Even Le Mans knows that.
LMP2. It's 465 brake.
Yeah.
425 brakes, should know my figures.
Yeah.
You've driven it.
Yeah.
You know it. PDK gearbox, up
yeah.
and down the box, super easy. 6 tyres a weekend.
6 sets of tyres a weekend.
1.5 sets of tyres for a weekend.
Right.
So you get 1 set qualifying and then half a set split in 2 races.
Yes. These are currently on the wet tyres, so these are not the slick tyres.
Yeah.
These are on your wet tyres. You'll be on slicks.
And you've got 2 races to fill, right? So you can't burn those tyres out. You can't go spinning like a top, which I know you'll do in practice, but get out of the way.
All right. It's very road based, but it does have good aero. That's something which it does have.
Yeah, so this thing here, right? That's a splitter.
Yeah, that's a splitter.
And it can come off.
And it can come off.
I know that because I took it off this year, last year. And you literally have no front end grip. So you lose all front end grip. It's mad, it's tiny, bit of plastic.
There's not much there. I want you to talk us through a few of the features in terms, hang on, let's actually talk about the championship. So, 6 rounds, it says 6-round championship.
Yep. 2 races a weekend, 1 qualifying.
Yeah.
Then 2 races.
Yeah.
So your qualifying position, how quick you are, and qualifying sets where you are in the race.
And there's pro, and there is also an AM category.
Yep.
I'm going to be in the pro
AM. Oh.
Don't listen
No,
to Dino.
the pro. You be a pro. You've come from Le Mans. I don't know if we've said.
They know that.
They know that.
And I'm going to be fighting for overall wins.
Yes.
So the Pro-Ams will be fighting for class wins. I'm going to be fighting for overall wins. How many pro drivers? Maybe there's probably 8 or 9?
8 to 10 probably, and then 8 to 10 AMs, so it'd be split, 20 cars on the grid. That's what they're aiming for sure.
And then away we go. So that is all positive. The first race is at Silverstone, and that actually supports the touring cars. So that race will be live on ITV4.
30,000 people usually come to watch the race. You'll be in the driving seat, right?
No, I know, but I'm just sat on like a bit.
What are you doing?
On the floor. So there's 30,000 people turn up to the race on each day. So that's cool, and the other races are going to support rounds like the British GT, so it will go round with rounds like that.
Yeah.
And then there's 6 that goes to Donington Park, Silverstone, Donington Park, goes to Croft up north, etc. This championship is a lot more affordable than other championships because you don't actually have to rebuild this engine that much.
Yeah, so the engine and gearbox, there's no rebuild cost. Most cars you've got to put like some money towards that, which in this car the benefit is you just rock it and just keep going with it. It's just millions of miles and it'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, not millions.
Not millions.
But thousands.
Can I win the championship?
I think so.
So don't joke.
Wait,
because you've been
no.
He's been cheeky.
I've raced with Archie. I know his capabilities and his downfalls. You got any downfalls?
Sorry?
What?
Yeah.
And no, honestly, with your experience, with how close you were to me on the taste today in this car, I genuinely think you have a shot at going for the title, but obviously there's a lot of work to do in between now and then.
There is.
There is.
You have to put a lot of work in. Right, Dino, is there anything that we need to know that we've not seen? I've shown them through the wheel, I've shown them through this. Is there anything else?
I haven't got a key. But look, we've got ABS, look, see that?
Oh, the ABS is there.
Yeah.
I actually didn't realise it was there.
So many settings that we have. We've got
You'd probably leave it on 1, right, for the
one
race?
or 2. So basically, the drier it is, if it's a hot summer's day, you'd have it on 1 or 2, and you have quite a nice feeling with the pedal. If it's a really wet, wintry, cold day, you probably go up to sort of 9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah, because it sort of blocks the system a little bit more. And
You would do that yourself?
probably not me, no.
No, you. All right, you
All
go.
right? No, okay. You would probably go up to 7.
I'll be there at 7.
Yeah, that's what, in the wet, that's probably what you have. Yeah.
Tell them about brake bias. Some people might know what brake bias means.
So it's the percentage difference between front and rear. You've got front brakes, rear brakes, and you don't want too much front or too much rear because it will swap ends and all
you
that.
do it all on that.
So this is how you change it. So R equals rear and front equals front.
No way. If you, let's say, are locking up or something, you would just go bang. If it starts to rain, where'd you go?
You'd go to the rear. That's a good question. You got me.
You go to the rear. You don't go to the front. You're going to lock up front, do you?
Well, we got ABS.
Exactly.
So we won't lock up anyway.
No, we won't lock up anyway. So I'm going to try and not stay in here too long, but what an awesome start to 2020. It's going to be amazing, guys, and I'm super excited to document this and take you on the journey with me. There's going to be a lot more news with this coming up soon in terms of who my sponsors are and everything. It's just something which I think is different content, and like I say, I've said it before on my channel, I want to make different content. I don't just want to make the same stuff. I'm all about mixing it up, and I think this is something which no one has done before. When we've got all the cameras in the car and we're live streaming and you guys are all involved with all of the designing, coming down to the races, I'll do a day at the end of throughout the year maybe, where you guys, I'll take people round in the car at different circuits. We can take it on track days, we can compare it to my GT3 RS, we can do all sorts. It's all coming to Archie Hamilton Racing this year. So the people that were out there that were a little bit like, oh, why is the SVR gone? What's going on with this and that? It's going to be cool. This is going to be a mega year, and I'm super excited for it. And if you are interested, or you know of companies that are interested in sponsorship and getting involved in my season this year, you can. Time has not run out just yet in terms of that. We are still putting together all my sponsors, and you can get involved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the details down below, an email address. Get in touch basically. I'll leave it down below so you can potentially get involved and sponsor this car. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this content, and back racing. It's going to be mega. We're going to document it and we're going to have mega fun, and we need to win the championship and races. We've got to do it. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you're excited by the news. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.